Guys, one of my goals for the new year is to work on developing my blues and sort of more traditional guitar chops. Obviously, I'm always going to love my 80s shred metal, but I want to be as well-rounded of a guitar player as possible, and so there are a couple of styles that I'm really trying to focus on this year, and that's basically funk and blues. And the guitar I'm going to show you guys today, although you can use it for any style, I really think it's going to be perfect for me to work on my blues chops. Okay, so what I've done is I went down to the All-in-One Guitars shop in Los Angeles, and I wanted to see what they had that would be just, exactly what I needed to work on my blues guitar playing. And I found this guitar here. This is a Wolf W-ATM, and this is a semi-hollow body guitar. So the wood underneath the top here actually goes all the way through the body, so it's solid underneath the bridge and the pickups. But then you've got these two large cavities on the top and the bottom that gives the guitar a more acoustic tone. Now, obviously, I've talked a lot about the Wolf guitars in the past, and in fact, I think I even have a couple of them sitting back there on the rack. And these guitars always have great playability and just really good build quality, especially for the price that they're sold at. But this guitar in particular, it just has such a great classic look to it. I mean, you just want to pick it up and, burn through your favorite pentatonic phrases. Now, if you guys are familiar with some of the classic Gibson models, the body shape on this guitar is similar to a ES-356, and it's really a great middle ground between the compactness of a traditional electric guitar and also the sort of the full body and larger acoustic warmth that you would get from a hollow body or semi-hollow body guitar. But it still manages to get this great tone, but without, just physically taking up a lot of space. The specs on this guitar are what you would expect from a classic design like this. It's a mahogany neck, nice ebony fretboard on this one. Also the tone block, or the wood that's inside of the body, is also mahogany. Of course, we've got a maple top here, a nice flame maple top on there. There's also some cool things like a graphite nut and Grover tuners. As you can see on the back there, it's a set neck guitar. And for the controls and the pickups, we've got two volumes, a single tone, and a three-way toggle switch. And then we've got a pair of humbuckers. These are the CNC wound humbuckers that come on the Wolf guitars. And these ones actually have to me, sort of a Gibson burst bucker Alnico sound to them. So they're pretty beefy, pretty substantial in terms of the output, but they still have a nice warm sound to them. All right, guys, now there are a few more little cool details about the specs that I want to get to in a minute, but of course I want to give you some playing samples first so you can hear how this thing sounds. But real quick, guys, as you probably know, I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. And if you guys enjoy videos like this and you enjoy, affordable guitars and cool new music gear, and if you have not already subscribed at this point, please consider subscribing right now. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and plug this thing in and listen to how it sounds. And for this demo, I'm going to use my Black Star ID Core amplifier. It's a very affordable amplifier, but I'm going to try and get some more blues-friendly tones out of it rather than the full-on metal tone that I usually use. So let's go ahead and plug it in and check it out. So guys, hopefully the playing was okay there. Like I said, one of my goals this year is to work more on my blues chops. So, you know, it's a work in progress, right? But I'd love to hear, you know, what you guys think about the blues licks and the playing in general. But let me tell you a little bit more, you know, a few more details about this guitar, because there's a few things that are important here and really cool. One thing is that this is a 16-inch radius on the fretboard, so it's very flat. Now for me, I like that a lot because it makes it really easy to do bends, and you can do a big bend and not worry about the note choking out when you bend up and it chokes out on another fret. Also, it's a D neck shape, so it has, you know, just sort of a flatter feel to it in general, but it still has a nice shoulder on both the sides here. So it's a very, very comfortable guitar, very comfortable neck, and just it just plays really, really nicely. It responds to your playing really well. Now, another thing that I want to point out about the pickups, and this is a question I get fairly often in the comments section, I checked the wiring here, and these are 4-wire pickups. So if you want to, you can hook up like a coil split, like a push-pull pod or something like that. You can hook those up in the guitar with these pickups. Now, the guitar stock does not come with any coil splitting, but if you wanted to set that up after the fact, you could absolutely do it with these pickups. Also, guys, I got to talk about the setup on this guitar here. Obviously, the flat radius on the fretboard and the neck shape, and you know, the just the size of the frets, all of that stuff. That contributes a lot to the playability of the guitar. But another thing that makes such a huge difference is the setup, or all of the adjustments that the shop does to the guitar before they send it out. And one of the really cool things when it comes to the action, right, the height of the strings over the frets, one of the things that makes a big difference that kind of gets overlooked sometimes is the nut up here and the height of the nut. And one thing that's really cool about this guitar is the nut is very, very low. So it's not too low to where you're, you know, going to be buzzing up here or anything like that. But it allows you to get a really low action that's consistent all the way down from the top of the neck to the last 22nd fret down here. And that's a big reason I love getting the stuff from the All-in-One Guitars shop. I mean, the Wolf guitars, of course, and then the AIO brand that they also sell there. Is, you know, you get this really, really great setup that's just included in the price of the guitar. I mean, normally it would cost like a couple $100 at least to get the level of setup that they put into these guitars. And you don't have to pay extra for it. I mean, this guitar only costs $449. I think you get free shipping in the US, and all of this really pro setup stuff is just included in the price of the guitar. All of the different components on this guitar just came together really nicely to create a guitar that has a really nice, traditional, really warm, organic sound to it, but it also has, like I said, a really great modern playability. I mean, the flat radius, the neck shape, and of course the setup that came on this guitar. It creates one of these situations where the guitar never feels like it's in your way or fighting you. That way I can just focus on my technique and worry less about what the guitar is going to do. Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit more about blues guitar. I would love to hear from you guys on some of your favorite blues guitars that you guys think I should study or listen to. I'm already familiar with B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan and those super iconic people, but give me some guys that you think maybe I haven't heard before, some deeper cuts in the blues world. So if you guys have 1 or 2 or 3 suggestions for me to check out, please leave those in the comment section below. Now guys, as always, I'm going to put a link for the guitar in the video description below, and I will also have other links down there for my social media and my instructional videos if you guys want to learn the 80s shred guitar stuff that I normally play. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.